Want to welcome everyone to Friday Night Highlights. This will be our last interview, and this week we're going to be visiting with Bryce Palmer. Bryce, welcome. Um, Bryce is coming fresh off his state championship in wrestling this past
Yeah,
couple weeks ago. Very exciting. Very proud of you. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
I know that was something that you've been chasing that state championship for 4 years. So I'm
Yes.
probably as happy as anybody that you were able to get that. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, First question we want to ask you, Bryce, is tell us about your high school experience. Other sports, obviously, we just talked about wrestling, but other
Mhm.
sports, clubs, anything in the community that you've been involved with. Tell us about what your last 4 years have been for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing. I've had one of the best high school experiences. I got to win a state championship in football, and I got to win an individual state championship in wrestling. So I put it up there with really anyone's. I had fun throughout the 4 years. I got to play my first 2 years with my oldest brother Braden, and then I got to play my last 2 years with my younger brother Zane. So uh, every year was as special as it could get. So coming in as a freshman, I had the junior brother that kind of showed me how to go through my day to day life as a student athlete, and then with clubs, National Honor Society, student council, all that on top of it. It really brought me closer to the school and everybody in it.
Right. Watching you go through some of, part of your high school experience, I kind of identified with some of it. I know you were very
Mhm.
involved with student council. That was something that I was big in when I was in high school. And, I did it all 4 years. So it was something that got me away from the athletes and kind of hung around with
Yeah.
some of the other kids in school that had other interests and stuff. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Um, Tell us about your greatest football achievement. What would I know that you had a lot of high goals for yourself, but in your mind, what was your greatest achievement?
Um, Obviously, for as a team, it would be winning state my junior year. That was something that my little league coaches, my dad, everybody talked about since we were kids, and all my friends. That was the big goal, is someday win a state championship. And especially with the kind of guys that we had our junior year, it was the biggest team accomplishment I could ever ask for, and I'm very glad I'm one of the few people in the world that had the opportunity to do that. And then visually, would have to be my junior year getting first team All State. Going into the year, I wasn't even starting, and then to finally, I remember telling my parents that it would be a far stretch, but my goal this year would be All State, and I remember my mom being like, "You can do it," and my dad being like, like, hopefully. And so to get that done was really special. So,
Well, you definitely deserved it, and being able to be a first team All State player your junior and senior years is a great accomplishment.
mhm.
Um, Next question what was your favorite part about being a member of the OHS football family?
Just how close everyone is, how you build a relationship, a brotherhood that you can't really anywhere else. Especially with everything that we went through, and my later years, kind of bringing in that culture part of it. We were playing for way more than just a football team. We were building a culture in Odessa, and stuff makes you feel like you're a bigger part of a community, and that's something that hopefully will be passed down to every football player that comes through the school.
Well, I hope so. I looking back on it, the class in front of you was obviously a very talented class, some great
Mhm.
guys, some outstanding players. But watching your class, you guys seem to be kind of the glue of it all. You kind of
Mhm.
pulled everybody together, and that was important to our success as much as some of the outstanding players that we had. So anyway,
Yeah.
it was that always made your class a lot of fun for me to be able to coach.
Mhm.
What was the most important lesson you learned over your football career?
Uh, I would kind of mix, but football and wrestling, they're both so much alike. I would say the biggest thing is just to keep going, keep fighting. It's never easy. I remember freshman year just getting thrown around, and then season being over, and then me as a freshman, I was like, what do I expect next? And Brayden was like, you just get up and you do it again. You keep fighting. And so learning how to take defeat so many times younger, and then just say, hey, you got to keep getting up, keep fighting. It's something that I'm gonna take into my real life experiences in the workplace, wherever it takes me.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't give up on yourself, believe in yourself. And there's going to be days when it's not going your way, and you just
Yeah,
keep coming at it, and eventually you can turn it around.
yeah.
Uh, what are your plans after high school? What are you looking at getting into, going to school, that kind of thing?
So I'm going to attend UCM and get my accounting degree, major in accounting and minor in hospital administration. So that's 6 years of college. After that, I plan to go into hospital administration one day. Hopefully, be a CFO or COO or CEO. You know, uh, I grew up in a hospital, so you know that's where I feel comfortable at. It's where I could really see myself for the rest of my life.
Well, knowing you, Bryce, as I do, I will not be surprised at whatever you go after. You'll get there. Last question. What advice would you give our underclassmen as they are going to be assuming the leadership of our football program moving forward?
I would probably say own it mostly. There was a lot of times in my high school career where I felt like, in whatever I was doing, that I can really I can show leadership. And as a younger football player, I was always like, well, no, that's somebody else's job. And I always would find an excuse for myself to not do it. But then as I got older, I ended up doing those things, and that's the one thing I wish I would have done is at an earlier age took a leadership role to help the kids in my class and now the kids below me.
Well, you were a great leader all through high school, and you had some good leaders around you, but you were as good as as good a leader as anybody I've ever been around,
I
and
appreciate
you're certainly going to be missed. Thank you for all of your 4 years to Odessa High School and our athletic program, football program, wrestling program. You have definitely left, you and your classmates. You guys have definitely left a legacy to other people to hopefully achieve and try to match as they come through their senior year. So thanks for
I
being with
appreciate
us.
it.
Thanks for being with us, Bryce. And we will see you around.
Yes,